Today we're talking about the new documentary series on Netflix, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. So let's talk about it. Welcome back, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If you guys love to watch movies, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Los Angeles' notorious Cecil Hotel grows in infamy after the disappearance of guest Elisa Lam. This is a 4-part documentary series about Elisa Lam, who went missing at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles in 2013. Question of the video: would you ever stay at the Cecil Hotel? Check out my answer in the comment section down below. If you don't know what the Cecil Hotel is, the Cecil Hotel is a hotel, but it is a hotel that is famous for having a bunch of murderers, rapists, serial killers all stay there. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who just had a documentary series last month on Netflix, stayed at the Cecil Hotel. The higher you go up on the floors, the worse it is. The documentary series shows different rooms, blood everywhere. The rooms are very small, and you can stay there for pretty much like $14 a night. And people stay there after getting out of prison. Right down the street is probably one of the worst areas in Los Angeles for drugs. People go up there and people die. People jump out of the windows and land on the ground. It is a terrible, terrible place. And I've actually never heard of the Cecil Hotel before checking out this documentary series. And I did not know of the disappearance of Elisa Lam. So Elisa Lam in 2013 traveled from Canada to Los Angeles and stayed at the Cecil Hotel. She suffered from depression. She posted a lot on Tumblr. And she went out to try to meet people. She stayed with a few people in the Cecil Hotel. They thought she had an erratic behavior. The only footage that there is of Elisa Lam at the hotel is this elevator footage, and it seems to be tampered with. The timestamp seems to be a little bit off, but she's pressing all the buttons on the elevator door. It seems like she's trying to hide from somebody in the elevator. And what this documentary series focuses on is a lot of that footage and the disappearance of Elisa Lam and conspiracies about what had happened to her, because there is a lot of different conspiracies, and I absolutely love reading into conspiracies. I can spend hours and hours on the web reading about something and easily being convinced that that's what happened. So with Elisa Lam, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and they have a lot of YouTube videos that people dissecting this elevator footage and figuring out what may have happened to Elisa Lam. There's different conspiracy theories, like her pressing all the buttons and her trying to conjure up something. The Cecil Hotel is a place that has spirits, and she is trying to hide from somebody. Maybe she was depressed and she thought she was being stalked by somebody, so she tried to hide in the elevator. There's also a singer towards the end of the series that people were easily convinced that he was the killer. And people also thought the police force and the hotel was in on this because of that tampered footage. The second episode tells us what had happened to her. Spoiler for anybody who has not seen this documentary series or does not know about Elisa Lam or the Cecil Hotel, is that after she left the elevator, she traveled up to the top of the hotel and ended up in the water tank of the hotel and was in there for 19 days. And they found her body. And after some tourists realized that something was off with the water, it tasted funny, it looked funny, and so they sent maintenance workers up there and they found her body naked, and that is what happened to her. And people still think that maybe something else happened. Maybe she was running away from somebody. So there's a lot of conspiracies throughout the series about what had happened to her. Not only does this series focus on Elisa Lam and her disappearance, it also focuses on the history of the hotel, when it first was bought, the history of it, all the different cases throughout this history of the hotel, and it is utterly disturbing of what had happened in here. So the series is constantly gripping from the first episode to the fourth episode, and each episode's almost about an hour long, and throughout that I am absolutely glued to the screen. I want to figure out what had happened, probably like a lot of people were like when they heard of this case, because there's a part in the series where they discuss that all these web sleuths, they want something to happen. They want there to be a killer. They want their own conspiracies to come true. But really, there's not much to kind of go off on and they think that maybe she just was depressed. She was having an episode and she climbed to the top and put herself into the water tank. Maybe she thought she was being stalked by somebody. But not only does the series focus on just this case, it also focuses on like YouTubers and web sleuths and how they kind of had a play into all this and how they wanted to solve the case. They interviewed the manager of the hotel, and she had a daunting task at hand with this, and the police, and also this singer at the end who people thought he was the killer because of his music videos and kind of his style and him staying at the Cecil Hotel as well. So there's a lot going on in these 4 episodes, and it is gripping, it is intense. This is one of the most chilling things I've seen in a while, movie or series. It is haunting to watch. This is something that you could easily watch. After you watch it, get on the internet and spend hours and hours and hours reading up on the Cecil Hotel, watching YouTube videos, looking at conspiracy theories. To be honest, that's what I did after I checked out this series. I went on the internet, I typed in the Cecil Hotel, I looked at it, I looked at footage. I read on a bunch of different things about the Cecil Hotel, and that's what I love about this documentary series, is that it not only focuses on Elisa Lam, but also the history of the Cecil Hotel. It's quite interesting. A lot of disturbing things, though, happened in this hotel, but it is interesting to learn about the history of it and why people are drawn to go to this hotel and its presence. So if you love conspiracy theories, I would recommend checking out Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. If you have not heard of the Cecil Hotel or Elisa Lam, it really digs in deep to her case and the history as well. I think you will highly enjoy the series. I'm gonna go ahead and give Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel an A-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. Have you guys seen it on Netflix? What do you think? But let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming videos. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.